Hello, everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht, and welcome to a channel update. It's been a long while. It's been a long time. I do apologize for the delay in the channel update. I really do. It's just been quite the busy been quite the busy time, really. So let's go over kind of what's been happening. So my wife went TDY back November 1st. Oh, excuse me. Well, not November 1st, but mid-November. And so we're I've been single dadding it for about November 13th is when she got to Kadena. So I've been a single dad for about half the month now, and she doesn't get back until December, which is why I haven't been streaming on Twitch recently. Which kind of sucks because I really do want to stream on Twitch. I really want to stream on Twitch, give you guys good content. And it's really tough to get that good content when you're a single dad. You know, that's just how this works. So, but fear not. We are still like on track. Oh, excuse me. We're still on track with everything. You know, trying to get the channel up and running in a way that's going to help, and try and find people to game with to do battle reports. That's all still going on. But a few things need to happen first. One, I need to focus. I need to get past a few hurdles in my job. At work, it's been a little tough getting acclimated to the squadron. I mean, it's not that I don't know what is expected of me. There's some growing pains. Trying to find a place. Number two is becoming proficient in the atmosphere the squadron wants me to be in. You know, not just proficient, but becoming proficient within the flight, like where I fall in the flight dynamic, where I fall in the squadron dynamic, and then exceeding those standards. And meeting and exceeding those standards. Let's get it that way. Because that's what I want, you know. So that's kind of what the goal is for right now, at least. But other than that, I mean, life is good. It's just kind of tough being a single dad, or I should say temporary single dad, for the interim being. And I don't have my workstation to paint. I don't have my we're still kind of unpacking. It's kind of odd, you know. We've been here for about, let's see, got our stuff back in September. So September, October, November, December. We've been here for, had our stuff for 4 months, and we're still unpacking stuff. But it's also because we had new AC installed into the house, a new heating system installed into the house. So we had to live off not off base, but live in the tower for a little bit. And then Caitlin, she got orders to NCOA, so now she's in Kadena. And it's like we haven't been established in this house. And I want to be. I really do. I want to be established in the house. So yeah, it's been a tough go around. This transition from Altus to Japan. I still haven't found a D&D crew. I know people play D&D. I know people play Warhammer, but the problem is that I am not available when they're available. Like they play on Saturdays or Sundays, depending, and I'm not able to do that because I work shift work. My day off schedule is 4 days working and then 4 days off with a training day in the middle. Well, that's what it is, but right now it's a Monday through Friday gig. But because again I'm a single parent, I'm on single parent status, temporary single parent status. My daughter takes priority, so I don't get to go to the D&D sessions. I don't get to go to the Warhammer battle reports and all that stuff because I can't. I just can't. So I've been doing. I knew this was going to happen, so I planned it out. I actually recorded a crap ton of games, and I'm slowly uploading them. I'm actually going to be uploading or done uploading. Let's see. I got the Vermintide episode 7. I've got Empire. I've got Total War episode 5, and I've got Let's Play Star Wars Collector episode 6. So those have been uploaded, and they will premiere within the week. So yeah, it just sucks, to say the least, because my priorities, and it's not. I love my daughter. Okay, I'm not griping about being a dad at all. It's just my priorities have shifted, and all the free time I would have, and this makes me appreciate my wife 100% more. All the free time I would have, whether it's working mids and playing the video games, or whether it's going and trying to find games to play with, gamers to play with for 40K. All those things are like I can't do because my wife's not here to support me. And that's kind of the big takeaway of this is that, I knew she did a lot for me. And I knew that she enabled me to do stuff that I enjoyed. So it's just kind of stupid crazy. Like this weekend's been kind of, or this month has been kind of like, hey, just maintaining kind of a deal. Still got to put up the Christmas tree. I want to do that tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen because Morgan's just racked. She's asleep. Or I should say the holiday tree, because we're trying to get her to broaden out to recognize. Because what's funny is that thank you, Mark. Thanks. Yeah, it is nice to hear from you too. I apologize that we've been out of communique these last few months, but it's just been crazy. But yeah, anyway, I guess a lot of the other religious holidays are actually falling right around Christmas time or during Christmas time. So we're trying to make sure that Morgan is aware that there are other holidays besides Christmas. Yule and Saturnalia and Hanukkah, and I don't know if Kwanzaa is coming around, something like that. I don't know, but something similar to that extent. But anyway, and then of course there's I think there's a Japanese festival. I think it's the Winter Festival is coming around, but yeah. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been just crazy. Trying to get some normality. Like, so we finally, don't mind the state of the kitchen. I'm still working on that. I wanted to do this channel update, but I finally managed to get the bookshelf the way I want it. And we're slowly getting the house kind of in order. I finally got my bookshelf the way I wanted it. So it's been slow boiling battles. Slow boiling battles. One thing after the other. So, and of course, that's back area. I want to put a desk so I can actually start painting models and whatnot, and doing all that. So that's at least the goal. But yeah. Once I get that all sorted out and started, good. But to update you on Twitch, I have been affiliated, which is really cool. And been getting, I got affiliated basically before Caitlin left. So I don't know if I had it. No, I still got 73 followers, which is nice. And on YouTube, we have 434 or 44. No, 434. That's right. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's just been a long slog. So there is that. And my nose is running like a son of a gun. But that's kind of what's been going on in the most recent stint of like for the channel. Like, yes, I would love to do a community night here in the near future, and I probably do. I'll probably do it when on a Friday, this upcoming Friday. Just as a way of saying thanks for sticking with me. My Friday, it'd be my Friday night into the Saturday morning. But then that's the difficult thing is like, even if I do a community night, I'd have to wait till Morgan goes down. And then the latest I could stay up is like 2:00. And still be semi-functioning because Morgan gets up at 6 on the weekends. She gets up sometimes at 7 on the weekends, but still. But yeah, we're affiliated. We have one sub, which is fine. And we're doing okay. We kind of took a bit of a beating when it comes to Path to Partner. We need to stream for 25 hours. We need to stream on 12 different days, and we need to have an average of 75 viewers. Maybe you could play a Steam game called Tabletop. Download the Warhammer content. I've heard they have all kinds of armies. Yes, the last conversation we had with what's it called? Ozhammer. That was the goal. The goal was to do a tabletop simulator. I haven't looked into it. I want to look into it, but I haven't yet because I've been just busy. But as soon as I get some time and I'm able to tool around with it and set it up the way I wanted to set it up, then we can seriously talk about it and do a tabletop simulator and do some awesome kind of different battle report, like electronic battle reports, I guess. That way, until I can find people that can play for real. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And yeah, it's just tough. It's tough because what's it called? And it's tough because it's like you're like Japan has a huge modeling culture, but theirs is like Guplo or Gunplo, something like that. Duplo. So it's the Gundam stuff, right? And it's or it's World War II, right? There is a lot of miniature model enthusiasts, but they aren't Warhammer enthusiasts. Like you would think that it would translate easy. Like in England, you could shake a stick and find a rogue trader somewhere that sold Games Workshop models. Right? That's just how it was. Like you could shake a stick and find somebody who was setting up a rogue trader in their basement somewhere, or in their attic. In the case of England, because I know sometimes the Brits didn't have basements, but still, and they you could do battle reports that way, but you just couldn't hear. You just couldn't hear. Like it doesn't translate well. Like the only people that I know that play Warhammer 40K are the group of gamers that game on the Saturdays that I normally can't attend. So there's that. So I wish I was able to, guys, give you a better channel update than before. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you guys more asides the games that I am playing. It's more of a gaming. It's now, the platform's more of YouTube gaming, which is, it's like, oh, it's another game channel, even though it's got Total War, even though it's got Vermintide, even though it's got X-Wing, even though it's got Battlefleet Gothic. There is a Warhammer and Games Workshop-esque games on here, but it's not what you guys originally joined for, which was the D&D, the Warhammer 40K battle reports. So, it just takes time. It takes time to find people that want to play D&D. It takes time to find people that want to play that one, have armies, or two, match your schedules and build Warhammer 40K. So it's a struggle, and I'm glad that you guys are sticking with me. And what really is, depending on where you are in the United States, I am anywhere between 14 to 16 hours ahead of you guys. So truth be told, I don't want the games too much, or I don't watch the games too much, but I'll be looking out. Maybe you can review some models and rules. Oh, actually, speaking about models and rules, I actually have I did manage to secure myself a Sisters of Battle box. So once that happens, I can review their codex with you guys. That'll be a treat. So yeah, that'll be cool. Be able to review the new Sisters of Battle. And I know you guys have probably already seen the size comparisons and whatnot. Dude, you got to show us. The problem. Oh, so here's the thing, right? It's kind of funny being overseas again. If I order something from the U.S., it takes me damn near 12 to 14 days to get it over here. So while everyone else has it, I'm just sitting here, twirling my thumbs like and like there is a excuse me, there is a rogue trader in Amori City, but I doubt they have a Sisters of Battle case over there. So And of course, my cats are playing with something, and I don't know what it is. Hold on. But yeah, it's been an interesting um, what's it called, cities it's been an interesting series of events to get me to this point. So uh, yeah, I as soon as I get it, I'll do an unboxing and show everything to all you guys and do a critique and whatnot. And of course, the new chapter approved stuff came out just recently. And oh, speaking of which, I actually got to order that. Now I got to order that. Yeah, the Minotaur manual. Good Lord, $80. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Well, I mean, at least the Minotaur manual has all the stuff that I need now. That's kind of nice. Pre-order. When does this sucker ship out? December 7th, of course. You should do you should do an armies on parade again to fill the Warhammer gaps. I should, but all my armies are boxed up. One, I mean, I've got them all. Two, I need to repair them, and three, I need to paint them, or at least do repair painting. Painting repair. There we go. Words are hard. I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that over the holiday break, just so I can actually do that. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Unfortunately, with the with the how everything is set up. Unfortunately. Oh, no! Don't be sorry. Like all my armies are here. They just need to be painted, repaired. I need to paint the ones that aren't painted yet. I need to make sure that they're good to go and squared away. I need to add to them because now with this new chapter approved, I'm pretty sure all my armies aren't 2,000 points or 1,500 points. I heard a lot of people got their points reduced. A lot of armies got their points reduced. So I'm probably not going to be. I'll probably have to relook at what needs to be built. So there's that. Like, yeah, I mean, you could do that. I'm not saying that you can't. I don't know if it's worth it, to be quite honest, to file a claim through TMO. So yeah, that's kind of so. That's basically kind of what's been going on with the channel. Sorry, I'm a little fuzzed up. coming down with something too. So yay being sick. But yeah, that's where the channel's at right now. But yeah, so that's the channel update. Otherwise, I'm loving Japan. My kiddo and I went out to go get sushi, and she had fun with that. She ate that. There's two sushi places I recommend if you ever come up here. Like Kiku Sushi, and Hamazushi. There's other sushi places around, and they're very great. Like all the sushi stalls around here are awesome, but the ones I prefer is Kiku Sushi because they got eel, and well they don't have eel, but they have this grilled scallop thing, so good. And then Hamazushi has the grilled eel, which is really good too. So, and then of course Thunder Ramen has the ramen and whatnot. It's all good. It's all good. All the food's delicious. But yeah, I am going to figure out how to fill the gaps until I can find Warhammer 40K players, and then maybe we'll figure out what to do. How to get people involved up here. That's honestly the biggest hookup that we're this channel is running into is just like, God, I can't find anybody, and that's the worst part is trying to find someone and you can't find anybody to play because they're either, well, no, even if you do find someone to play, they're not on your break schedule, which is frustrating to say the least. I might call my brother-in-law in to do another holiday battle report. He got really mad the last game. He was just like, I keep losing. I hate random numbers. So, but what? That was my cat that you all hear. But yeah, I conned my brother-in-law into playing the game. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Unfortunately, I don't have really much to go off of besides the Twitch. We got affiliated, so now I can start donating. Now I can start generating ad revenue that way. We will be donating a large check this holiday season. We'll be doing a vote, a channel vote. Then I don't know. I haven't picked out the charity yet, but I'll be going on like Charity Finder org, and doing it that way. And then I will donate via PayPal. That stuff. And then because of all the Patreon, there have been people who've been donating to the Patreon, and we have accrued $700. I haven't touched that money because I want to respect that money. And I was like, you know what, $700 back by the end of this year, we will donate that. You could do a brief history of 40K. I could, couldn't I? I have a whole lot of the old. Oh my goodness, Chip! If you can't hear him, he is loud. I could do the how I got in. I've got a lot of the old rule books and codexes somewhere. I think I still do. I hope I still do. I'll be mad if I store those away. I could do that. I could do a series about how I got into it and all the campaigns I fought. I'd have to find my win-loss record from the Fall of Medusa 5 campaign. Do it that way. Yeah, I could do it that way. Chippy. My cat's going nuts. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, yeah, I could do that. I think I'll start that. I think I'll start that over probably next weekend. I'd love to watch a video series on everything. Yeah, I don't know if I could do a video series because like I'm competing with um a lot of people who do like 40K and lore, 40K theories and lore. They do a channel. Luton9 does a channel. Uh, Other people do histories and lore videos, and it's really tough to break into the lore because I mean honestly, if you want to find a good lore setting, channel wise, One Mind Syndicate, 40K lore and history or theories and lore, um, and then of course the Templin Institute. Those guys are tops. Like they are probably the best when it comes to lore background videos and whatnot, and their production value is a hell of a lot higher than mine. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I would do for. Um, I don't know how well I could do a lore video. Um, I mean, I guess I could just start reading books, read out the books to you guys. Although I stutter a lot, uh, I'd have to take like several. Yeah, I'd watch them, but you could do some lore about your past campaigns. Also, Oculus is incredible, and Luton. Yeah, Luton, I think is top bar. The best lore guy out there. Oh, actually, this is something I wanted to talk about. A little bit of 40K news is Warhammer animations. I just saw that pop up in my feed right before I hopped on. I am very, very intrigued, and I really want to see how that plays out. I think Warhammer animations is going to be really interesting. Games Workshop kind of already had some pre-filled animations done. My only worry about Warhammer animations is that they do the same thing like they did with Warhammer Community and excuse me, and basically there's not a whole lot of traffic. Like they update the regimental standard, but really that is about it. I mean, they haven't done anything on turn signals on a Land Raider. They haven't done or at least like turn signals on a Land Raider hasn't been frequent. Because the last one they did was November of 2009. Or sorry, not 2009, November 29th of 2019. And that was number 36. Well, I guess it's weekly. I guess turn signals on our Land Raider has been weekly. But like Vainglorious, Dead on Arrival, Chaos Undecided. I I haven't seen anything updated that way. The animation look incredible. I'm pretty sure that's why these prices go up, to fund these great projects. Yes, I 110% agree. Games Workshop has moved from a toy company to a multimedia company. Get him. 110% agree. They have moved into more of the toy company side, or sorry, more of the multimedia company side instead of just the toy company side. I mean, they always were multimedia because they had Black Library, but it wasn't like, oh, excuse me, it wasn't like it wasn't as large of a presence, right? But now they're getting into it. I just again, I worry that, like Eagle Ordinary, if you go to his website or her website, I forget the artist that does it. They stopped their webcomic back in, because they got signed on to Games Workshop, which is fine. It's whatever. They stopped back in 2018, July 9th, 2018. So almost 2 years have gone by. Or 2018, yeah. So it'll be 2 years this July that they've gone by since, and it's been a year since they've done their last comic, which was 2018 of November 16th. And so he stopped the Eagle Ordinary series what's it called? He stopped the Eagle Ordinary series to do Vainglorious because he got signed on to what's it called? Yeah, I think he stopped at what's called roughly a few months before, and it's like, you had such a good product. Games Workshop hired you to do Vainglorious, and then they stopped. So I'm worried that they're going to take somebody that did like the Hellsing animations, give him a project to do, or her. I forget if it's a him or her. I want to say it's a him. I think it's Richard Boyle, something like that. Hold on. Or yeah, not Hellsing, but Hell's Reach. Let me just look. Yeah, Richard Boylan. He did the Hell's Reach animations. And so they give him something to do, right? They sign him on because why wouldn't they? And then they make him do a project. Yeah, he's been working on a Blood Angel CD project, IRRC or IIRC. Yeah. So Richard Boyan, Boylan gets a project, and then Games Workshop just hoards him away like a dragon, which is what they're doing to Kaiser, the guy who does the Eagle Ordinary series. You know, and that's kind of what sucks. So that's the sad part. Kaiser's the one that does the Eagle Warrior series, so I'm assuming he's writing David Bafari, Richard McKay, Inquisitor Vaughn, Art Kaiser, fan work from Games Workshop. Yeah. So this was. Wow. Yeah, this has been the what's it called? I feel it's sad that his project's never going to finish, because they gave him Vainglorious, and then Vainglorious went away, and now Eagle Ordinary is just sitting on a dustbin somewhere, on a shelf somewhere collecting dust. No. So Richard Boyan did finish Hell's Reach. I'm just saying, as an example, they take another person like Richard Boyan, who works on another project, and then, we're going to give you this project, and he doesn't finish the project that he started. So yeah, it's just been like, I'm worried that Games Workshop, they're so aggressive about spreading out their influence to all these media outlets because they see something that works. They see a product that works, that gets attention, that's from the fans, and they sit on it, or they just, for whatever reason, they stop the project and they don't give us an update of why they stopped the project. Like, hey, this person didn't work out for us. Something small like that could go a long way to assuage at least my fear of, like, hey, we signed this person on, whether it was Kaiser, whether it was Richard Boyan, whoever you name, person who did fan work X. Okay, person who did fan work X. We signed this person on because he did fan work X and got really popular doing fan work X. We then turned around, gave him a project or her a project, and then that person didn't meet our requirements, or we didn't have enough money, or the contract changed, or whatever the case was, and we had to let this person go. That's what they should do. But again, I'm worried because it's like some of the stuff that they're doing, right? Like turn signals on a Land Raider hasn't been like they're a little bit when it comes to Games Workshop style content. Like they're only up to 36 episodes or 36 comics, when they should have more by now, right? If they were actually did that happen? It sounds like everyone was pretty hyped. Sorry, I'm a little ignorant. No. So nothing happened. I am stating a concern, right? So Eagle Ordinary, let me explain the Eagle Ordinary situation. Eagle Ordinary was a webcomic that was the artist who drew for Eagle Ordinary and who wrote for and some of the writers that wrote for Eagle Ordinary got hired on by Games Workshop to work on Vainglorious. Okay. And if you look on the community page under Irregulars, Vainglorious is on there. Turn Signals on a Land Raider on there. Right? Oh, I guess it's kind of. Let's see. Kind of weekly, almost weekly. So turn signals on a Land Raider is weekly, but back to Eagle Ordinary. Eagle Ordinary was a so Kaiser is Kaiser's the original writer. And he or she was the original writer for Eagle Ordinary. Got hired on by Games Workshop to do Vainglorious. Okay. Vainglorious stopped a year ago. And oh, hello. Hello there. And basically, when Games Workshop hired them on to do Vainglorious, there was a thing that said, "Hey, I want you to come out and do a webcomic for Games Workshop called Vainglorious." And it'll be part of the Warhammer 40K community. Okay. Under the Warhammer community banner, right? Well, Warhammer community banner, the last comic was printed out last year, and that was that. So, like, my concern, the reason why I'm worried, is because we're going to see, or I'm afraid we're going to see with 40K animations, they're going to take creators through YouTube or wherever they find them, give them a project like Kaiser and his or her development team for Eagle Ordinary, give them a project like Vainglorious, and then they're not going to do anything with that project, or they're going to stop the project entirely, which is what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm concerned about. And I'm sorry if I'm meandering to point, but it's because I want to make sure I talk about it in the context that I understand it, and then give it out in a progress, or in a context that, like, in the context that's true, right? For example, so Yeah, if you go on the yeah, if you go on the actual thing, I have high hopes. Possibility they're just using. Might watch Warhammer Adventures one. I mean, it's meant for kids, but see what they do. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for all of it. Like, I hope it is my firm hope that Games Workshop does a good job with Warhammer and animations and just takes off, right? I just don't want them to. I just don't want to see what they did with. I just don't want them to repeat the same habit that they did with uh, Vainglorious and Eagle Ordinary. Like that's what I don't want them to do. Because if they do that, that's kind of scummy, in my opinion. Because it's like, you look, I get it. You are hiring them as artists to do a job, and you are going to dictate what that job is. Fine, you could totally do that, and I'm not saying that you can't, because you won't listen to me as just a Yahoo off the street. But employing a resource, which is what they are, they're a resource. They're freelance artists that you have deemed are better and credible and have proven themselves. And yep, they deserve to be part of the Games Workshop hierarchy in this new project, in this new program called Warhammer Animations, or whatever the case is, whether it's Warhammer Comics, you name it, whatever, right? You should 110% go out and use those resources to their advantage without any worries. That's how it should be done. But sometimes Games Workshop hires workers, and they decide they're going to work on a project, whether it's Vainglorious from Eagle Ordinary, whether it's Kaiser and his team from Vainglorious Eagle Ordinary to whoever. And then they're like, nope, you're not going to work on Vainglorious. Now you're going to work on something else in the company, which is fine. They have every right to do that. But then just, what's called? Yeah, I remember the Ultramarine movie. No, I honestly, like that's something that I want Games Workshop to learn from, is the Ultramarine movie, right? They shouldn't. Games Workshop should learn, okay, Ultramarine movie really didn't pan out well. I mean, maybe it was popular in their ring of friends, but outside of anything, it really didn't do well. So now let's work on something else. Like, honestly, a Gaunt's Ghost series, that'd be cool with that. Or not even a Gaunt's Ghost series. Hell, we could do a totally new regiment. We could do a Imperial Guard regiment, Death Corps of Krieg, if they've got people that don't do facial structure, or facial features are too complex for the rendering process. I'm not a film guy by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know how much it takes for digital rendering of a face. So I'm assuming a gas mask, less polygons per se, be easier to render than a face with like facial hair and facial expressions and all that stuff. But that's my take on it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Warhammer animation. I hope it's a success, and that's I'm going in with hope that it's a success. Live action could be easier and cheaper in the long run and more gritty. So I don't know about live action, because the problem with live action is you gotta you gotta. So like the problem with live action, unless it's like a vignette with one person, right? The problem with live action is you have to make all the costumes. You have to maintain all those costumes. And all the props and everything, right? Like that's kind of the bonus of computer graphics, right? Of just CG, of computer generated rendering and computer generated imaging. You don't necessarily have to do anything. That's right. Eisenhorn is possibly being made up with the high upfront costs. The upfront costs is high. They could be reused for years. Yeah, I hope Eisenhorn's good. I really do. A live action Eisenhorn, I would say. Yeah, I hope a live action Eisenhorn is being made. Like that would be cool. Not gonna lie. I'm still waiting. Actually, speaking about the Eisenhorn series, I'm still waiting for the Beckwin trilogy to finally finish. I mean, Dan Abnett finished his Gonsko series. Because if you read the Anarch, it's pretty definitive. I'll say that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I am like the Anarch is pretty final in my opinion. I don't see them resurrecting the Gonsko series after the Anarch. So they already made a script and they're waiting for the green light. As per a few months ago. Yes, that certainly was reported a few months ago. When they were doing it with the Man in the High Castle. With Amazon, I want to say was the service provider. The Man in the High Castle series with Amazon. So, yeah, I'd be excited. But anyway, so that's kind of my opinion about Warhammer animation. Is I sincerely hope the project does good, but with the way that some of the comics have been killed recently in the recent last year with Eagle Ordinary and the Kaiser and his group of folks, I'm kind of upset. That's all. I'm a little sour. But I do hope that the animation stuff goes well. But at any rate, I was just going to do a humble channel update, but we've now gone an hour just talking, having fun. I hope that everyone else who's watching is having fun and wants to contribute. So let's go back over what we covered. We covered my apprehension in quite detail, my thorough apprehension of Warhammer animation. I hope it does well. I just hope it doesn't kill other projects, other fan projects that people are doing. I'm sorry to get you sidetracked. No. I kind of like getting sidetracked occasionally. I like being able to have a conversation with the viewers, with the audience, even if it's just you and me, just BSing and basically like, yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that. I like that ability just to BS. I don't get to do it often. It's all business here, especially being single dad status. So, but yeah. So let's go over what the channel update stuff. Sisters of Battle. I've ordered some. I will do an unboxing as soon as they come in. Fear not. I think I'll start doing a lore of what I've done. I'll start thinking of videos I can do about that. I'll definitely need to dig up all the old books that I had lying around, and we'll definitely look at that, right? And talk about like what my armies have done, kind of, you know, the history of Commissar Hex exploits in Games Workshop and Warhammer 40K. We'll do a lore video, kind of based off of that. Once I get the chapter approved, and that's the thing about living in Japan, which also kind of sucks. Instead of living in England, I mean, I could buy all the books, but they're in Japanese, which really sucks. So, and I can't read Japanese, of course. So it just I have to wait for the American stuff to come in, which of course is like damn near 12 days, 13 days, 14 days, almost 20 days behind schedule when everything else comes out. Down, it'll be easier to manage. It would be easy to manage if it actually came out the day that they announced it. Digital download never comes out the day that they announce it. It's always like several days after the fact. So you are right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. You are right. It's difficult. Digital down. I've never, so far, I have not seen digital download come out the same day as the actual book. It's always like 2-3 weeks in the latter. Though I could be wrong. Maybe it's just I'm not paying attention and then I see it 2 or 3 weeks later. Doesn't matter. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. My mind's drawing a blank. But anyway, this is the stuff that so we'll again recap of the what's going to happen. Still going to be doing the video games because that's kind of what's been keeping the channel going. Still going to be doing Twitch live streams. Same channel name, Commissar Hex, except it's one word instead of two, and Commissar Hex all lowercase. Going to be donating a massive charity check over the holidays. As soon as I get all that money in from Patreon. And then going to be, excuse me, and then going to be doing what's it called? I think I'm going to be doing Team Trees for that one, the charity check. Do it that way. Oh, and then going to be doing some small tactical lore videos and some armies on parade videos, and whatnot. And then finally, it's going into what's it called? Going into my brain, it hurts. Going into armies on parade videos. So, but yeah, so I apologize for the lack of content coming out with frequency. Single dad. We'll be doing an unboxing with the Sisters of Battle as soon as I get them. We'll be doing a battle report sooner or later once I find someone to play with. And then we'll be, and then not only someone, but somewhere. That's another thing. Is that like you would think Japan, because of all the card games that people play, you'd think they'd have a place to play 40K, but they don't. And that's another thing that's frustrating. So, if I was to retire
If there was ever a business opportunity to open up a Games Workshop or to open up a Rogue Trader around here, I mean, the market might be fertile or might be more interested than necessary. So, all you business entrepreneurs out here. Lest I get shot by the Commissar. I won't be shooting anybody just yet. No summary executions today, folks. Yeah. Life happens. Us loyal Imperial citizens stick around. We'll always stick around unless they get shot by the Commissar. No summary executions. That's a good that's a good joke. Yeah, no summary executions. But yeah, so that's kind of basically in a nutshell. And then of course the Warhammer animation tangent. It's like, oh look, a sidetrack. let me just peel out real quick and slide down on this one. But yeah, that's kind of what the channel's been going on very recently. So, but anyway, all right, everyone, I gotta get my daughter up. We're gonna clean out her fish tank. She was very interested in wanting to do that. So, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And I hope you guys have a lovely holiday. I hope everyone had a good Turkey Day. And if I don't see you, well, I will make it a point to do a Commissar's journal update before the end of the new year, or before the end of the year, and then the beginning of the new year. Anyway, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.